Welcome to Fanatic Farms.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Fanatic Farms video and another Transformer Tuesday. Back in, 1986? Season 2 Transformers G1 cartoon. There was an episode called Starscream's Brigade. And through this episode, we are introduced to the brand new combiner team, specials combiner team, the Combaticons. In the episode, Starscream and Megatron, they have an argument, as per usual. Starscream goes off, he goes to an island, or he's banished to an island where he discovers a load of old World War II vehicles. With this idea, he travels to Cybertron, breaks into the Decepticon prison, and steals the 5 Combaticon Renegade personality discs or components, brings them back to Earth and puts them in these 5 World War II vehicles, and then they become the Combaticons. So there's none of this, having to go to Vector Sigma to get personalities and all this lot, not having to rebuild them like they did with the Aerobots and the Stunticons. No, this literally just whack in a component and it does it all itself. So I thought that was very weird. It was a very quick way of introducing these characters to it. But we did get new toys from it as well, or the toys came out and then the cartoon, vice versa. I think it was toys in the cartoon. Yeah, because it was in the movie, they had to make the toys based on the cartoon. So, yeah, rambling. But we didn't get these as a special box set. You got them in Japan as a gift set, but this, you had to buy them individually. So I'm not going to do front of the box, back of the box thing. I'm just literally going to bring the toy out, do the tech specs, the bio, and then we'll go from there, because it's 5 toys. We're going to be here for a while. So first off, we had the leader of the Combaticons, which is Onslaught. And he started life off as a half-track troop transport in the cartoon, and then they put the component in, and he converts to this flatbed missile truck. And this is mine. And I will say now, I do have on my ones a load of repo labels from Toy Hacks, whatever it's called, so making them kind of look a bit more G1 accurate, cartoon accurate, if that makes sense. But yeah, so like I say, this is mine. And Onslaught came with a supersonic cannon. He came with a chest piece, a ramp, 2 fists, 2 foot plates, and the head for Bruticus and the chest piece for Bruticus. Now I'm missing the sonic cannon, the ramp. The chest piece I think I left in the box because I completely forgot about it. And I will say now, one of the fists, one of the foot plates, and the chest piece is for Ruination, not for Bruticus. Ruination was the recolor of Bruticus for the RID anime Transformers cartoon that came over here as Robots in Disguise. And mine is the US repaint, so he's got silver fists. So yeah, this guy is a proper mix match of all different bits and bobs, to be honest. So I just get that out of the way. Right. Onslaught's bio and tech specs read. Name, Onslaught. Allegiance is Decepticon. Subfaction, Combaticons. Function is Combaticon Leader. Quote is, the mind is the greatest weapon. Believes the key to a mission's success lies in the perfection of its planning. Prefers diverging sinister schemes to actual combat, but a relentless, fearsome fighter when stirred into action. As a missile trailer, Onslaught is capable of launching 6,500-mile range proton missiles. Is hampered by electromagnetic interference, uses Power Sonic's stun gun in robot mode, joins with fellow Combaticons to form Robot Bruticus. And strength is 8, intelligence is 8, speed is 3, so he's slow, endurance is 7, rank 7, courage 8, firepower 8, skill is 9. So yeah, he's the leader, and to transform him, pull this flatbed bit back and flip them round, separate them, and they become the legs. And I will say now, mine is very, very loose. Give the gun turret a wiggle back a little bit, like so. Separate the arms. There's a little thing here, and it just pops out the fists. And bring the arms down, and there we go. That is Onslaught in his robot mode, and there's meant to be a little blue piece that sticks in his chest. There, but as you can see, the kind of metallic-y looking stickers are the retro repo labels to make him look more cartoon. And on the back, those 3 dots, that is in the Brigade of Starscream. Starscream actually installs a failsafe into Bruticus. So if he ever gets out of control, you hit those 3 buttons and he just comes apart and shuts down. But as you can see, mine is very... the legs are very, very weak. The joints are... Whee! He's standing. Okay. Don't breathe on it. Yeah, that's Bruticus. Let's just... Not Bruticus, Onslaught. Let's just move you to one side. Don't breathe on it. Next one up we're going to do is Vortex, which is the helicopter. And in the cartoon, he started life off as a Chance Vought F4U concierge and then reconfigured into a helicopter. So he was a naval plane, which I have done the video Rotorforce. For the love of me, I can't remember his name either. Jesus, I am so bad at this. But I've already done a video on him. Being the first World War II vehicle. So technically these guys could be classed as that because they're made from World War II vehicles. But yeah, some bizarre reason he goes from an airplane to a Camon SH-2 Sea Sprite helicopter. So yeah, he came with a glue gun, and then he had left and right cannons which plugged into these ports sticking out the back here and here. So his tech specs read allegiance is Decepticon, subfaction Combaticon, function is interrogation. His quote is, "I'm Vortex, fly me if you dare." And then gives a ride to remember in your nightmares. Take Autobots on a dizzying, death-defying flight to scare information out of them. As helicopter goes 300 miles with a range of 1,200 miles. Oh, 300 miles an hour, sorry. Whirls rotor blades to create 200 to 300 mile an hour wind funnels. Uses semi-automatic glue gun. Combines with fellow Combaticons to form Bruticus. His strength is 4. His intelligence is 9. Speed is 6. Endurance is 5. Rank is 6. Courage is 7. Firepower is 7. Skill is 8. And to transform this guy, yeah, turn that round, pull the legs out, spin them around like so. Pull the arms up a bit. Oh, the plastic's getting old. Spin them around. Tuck this bit up like that. Spin around. He doesn't have any hands, this one. And by the looks of it, I didn't put any of the decals on this one as well. And there you go. That is Vortex. And he again is very wonky donkey. I do like this character. I actually quite like the Combaticons quite a bit because, again, my favourite Transformer cartoon, Series 3, The Ultimate Weapon, you know, he tries taking on Hot Rod, Rodimus Prime, and Ultra Magnus when he's protecting Trypticon. So I kind of like that. But yeah, that's Vortex in robot mode. And like I say, he would have his gun that he can hold, and the cannons would plug in here as well. All right, put you next to Onslaught like that. Who are we going to next? We are going with Brawl. And this is Brawl. This is one of the more complete ones I have. Brawl started off as an M4 Sherman tank in a cartoon. And then when Starscream entered the personality component, he reconfigured it into a Green Leopard 1A3 main battle tank. So he was a tank and then changed to another tank. Why? I don't know. Why did they do it in the cartoon anyway? Why don't they just draw them as they were? But yeah, like I say, this is Brawl. Intelligence, allegiance Decepticon, subfaction is Combaticons, function is Ground Assault. His quote is, "I was built to be wild." And bio reads, "Noisy, irritates all nearby, hair trigger temper, blustering belligerent, a terrifying, effective warrior. Enormously strong, resistant to most conventional artillery. As tank goes 45 miles an hour with a range of 600 miles. Turret-mounted gun shoots 200-pound TNT equivalent shells," which is that one. And then the twin sonic cannon shoots powerful ear-splitting 300 decibel bursts of concentrated sound energy in stereo. In robot mode, has 10 megawatt electron gun, combines with fellow Combaticons to perform Bruticus. And then strength is 8, intelligence is 2, so he was dumb and slow. Speed 4, endurance 9, sorry, wow. Rank is 5, courage is 9, firepower is 8, skill is 7, so yeah. Big, dumb and stupid, heavy bruiser. And you can get my face out of the way. You can see like the little machine gun turrets I've stuck on there. Transform him, you take off the cannon, pull the gun turret up, flip the legs out, flip the body down, turret back in, and also he says, because he can't do it, oh, bring the arms down like that and then bring the turret in, so he looks like that. And as you can see on the side, I've got little cannons stickers on there. That sticker on the front is extra. But yeah, that's Brawl. So we've got Onslaught, Brawl, and Vortex so far. Next we are going with the weirdest one out of the 5. Yeah, Blast Off. Now Blast Off is a proper weird one, because he started off as a B-17 bomber. Now that would have been a pretty cool transformer. I think the only bomber we've had so far is oh crap, what was the animated character? Not Blackout. I don't know, I'll put a picture up in the name. But yeah, he started off as a B-17 bomber and then configures into a space shuttle. Why? Army tank, army helicopter, army truck, space shuttle. Doesn't really fit, but apparently, because we already had a load of jets with the aerial bots, they didn't want the flying combined transformers for this combined set to be another jet, because, you know, the Seekers are already out, the Conehead Seekers, the G1 Seekers, then had the aerial bots. We had a lot of jets, so then they made a space shuttle. But we already had Astro Train, so. But yeah, he comes with left and right sonic cannons and an ionic blaster. So the cannons would plug under the wings because there's pegs. And yeah, so his allegiance is Decepticon, sub-faction is Combaticon, function is Space Warrior. His quote is, "I destroy Autobots by choice, not by command." Feels literally and figuratively above every other transformer as he soars through the outer space. Aristocratic aloof disguises his long distance loneliness. Cruelly efficient at targeting raining destruction on Earth. Flies at 26,000 miles per hour. Stays in orbit for 8 months. Shoots powerful X-ray lasers to hit targets 12,000 miles away. In robot mode, uses Ionic Blaster combines with fellow Combaticons to form Bruticus. Strength is 3, intelligence is 8, speed of 26,000 miles an hour, it would be a 10. Endurance is 3, rank is 5, courage is 5, firepower is 9, his skill is 10. But yeah, to transform him, it's very similar to Vortex kind of thing, you know. Pull the legs, fold the wings, fold the tail down. You pull the arms up and then gingerly separate them. Twist, twist, turn the nose cone because that becomes the fists. Like that, like that, like that. And there you go, there's Blast Off. And yes, mine is all covered in stickers. It's not G1 accurate. Oh, toy accurate. The articulation is literally just in the arms. That's it. No, nothing in the legs. But yeah, just a space shuttle. And being a smaller space shuttle, considering the scale in real world, it just wouldn't work. And it gets even better when you bring in the last one of the Combaticons, which is Swindle. And Swindle is one of my favorite characters. Again, I love him in the Ultimate Weapon when he challenges Galvatron. I just think he's cool. I really do. And Swindle started off as a Willys Jeep. Don't know what that is. And then when they put the component in, he reconfigured, but instead of another vehicle, he stayed a Jeep, but this time it's a FMC XR311 combat support vehicle. But yeah, that's Swindle. And as you can see, the stickers, and what Jeep right on the side there. And he comes with the Scatter Blaster, which is the big gun, and then the Gyro Gun Pistol on the side, which is that one. Allegiance, Decepticon, Subfaction, Combaticon. Function is Munitions Expert, so he knows about weaponry. His quote is, "Make deal, not war." Easygoing, good-natured, but within him beats the fuel pump of the most greedy, driven street hustler. Thrives on wheeling and dealing, works for his own personal material advancement in one robot black market, uses a scatter blaster that sprays explosive pellets, gyro gun that disrupts Transformers' balance center, combines with fellow Combaticons to form Bruticus, but he is prone to turning over, making sharp turns. Strength is 5, intelligence is 9, speed is 5, endurance is 6, rank is 6, courage is 5, firepower is 7, his skill is 10. And just, I do like, you know, molded. And I also have a little sticker of the steering wheel on that. There you go. Transform him, take off the gun. Legs pop out, rotate round, fold the windscreen up, fold it back. And then the arms just pop out the side. And there you go, that's my Swindle. And to make it more G1 accurate, he has the wheel on the back like he does in the cartoon. And then the guns separate, and you put one hand and one in the other like that. But in the show, Swindle's larger cannon is arm mounted like Galvatron, Megatron. So what I did years ago is I actually sawed a tiny wee bit into the gun so he can peg it on his arm like that. Because like I say, I absolutely love Swindle. I think he's a wicked character, so try and make him look more G1 accurate. I know people are going to moan at me for putting these stickers all over it, but still, I don't care. So there you go, guys. That is the 5 Combaticons in their robot mode. To combine them together, you need the feet pieces, and we need to kind of merge these guys a little bit. So take off the guns. Swindle, it's easy. Fold his arms in. Fold his legs down. That's it. Done. Get his foot plate. And have I got the right one? No, I haven't. And pegs in. And yes, look at that. I have a bit of colour on the footplate to match the vehicle. That's Swindle. Next foot is Brawl. So, put up that. Put his arms up normal. Whoa. Fold the legs round. Done. And once again, because of the age of the feet plate, they have, well, I'll show you. They started turning that horrible, disgusting yellow colour. That's the colour they're meant to be. That's the colour they're sitting at the moment. So bish bash. There we go, there's the feet. Blast off. Basically, you just got to transform him back completely into shuttle mode. Because his peg is actually on his back. So instead of being his head like most of the combiners, it's actually on his back like that. And what arm? Yeah. And then the horrible manky yellow fist. Vortex. You just literally fold his legs, oh crap, back like that, and then you fold these two up and they lock into place like so. The arms go back over his head like he is meant to be a helicopter, like that, and then you fold out his chest piece, which is the connecting rod, and then you attach the fist like that. All right, Bruticus. No, it's not. It's Onslaught. First thing you can do is push the gun turret up, push the feet in, the hands in, and do that with the legs. And I will say he is meant to have a what do you call it, a third base mode with the ramp. And what that would be, before we go any further, it'd be that kind of thing with the ramp in the middle, and you could connect that to like Tripticon and other Metroplex as well. And there was meant to be a spring mechanism originally, so that shoots off the vehicles off his base mode, but that was taken off. Don't know why, maybe for safety reasons. But yeah, like I say, that is how you're meant to have Onslaught to become Bruticus. And then you clip in the heads of Brawl and Swindle to the legs. And I have completely done it wrong. This is how you're meant to have it, sorry. And then you get the chest piece. Again, this is Ruinations, but it's got Blast Off sticker on it. So make it look like the show, because they never explain where this came from. It's always implied that it's Blast Off wings. So that pegs into his chest, like that. And then I have his head, which has got that horrible yellow colour. It's meant to be that colour. Just pops over the top of Onslaught's head, and I give him Swindle's gun because I don't have the others. So there we go. That is Bruticus. And considering Onslaught is meant to be this super smart robot, Bruticus is thick as anything. And I don't really want to do it, but you can rotate the arms 360 if it's in good nick. The legs don't have any articulation to them really, and because mine is a bit old and the leg joints on Onslaught are loose, he's prone to fall over. But yet when I said about the space shuttle being a really weird component to add to this, think about it. Helicopter, how big a space shuttle is, and the fact that you've got a jeep for a leg, a tank for a leg, a helicopter, a bloody space shuttle, which should be about yay, on a flatbed truck. It's a bit mental, but still. There goes the gun again. This is G1 Bruticus, and like I say, you couldn't get this as a gift box or like a pre-packed or 5-in-1. You had to buy them separately. And then Japan, they did one which is all 5-in-1, and then Encores and that came out, and you could get them as all-in-ones, but still. Yeah, this is mine. I freaking love it. I love the fact that I have the G1 stickers on there to give it more G1 look. Yeah, granted, I will need to... Your head's wonky. Try and find a new head and fists for him. And eventually replace the stickers on his feet as well. But yeah, I think it's wicked cool. He got a lot of love in the cartoon show. He appears a lot of times. Like I say, he fought with Megatron. He's fought with Starscream. He used Shockwave as a blaster once. If you remember, they brought out the Combining Wars Menasor. No, not Menasor. Bruticus. And he could actually hold the Combining Wars Shockwave toy in his gun mode. That was kind of cool. So yeah, G1 Bruticus, freaking awesome toy. Alright, until next time guys, have a great one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.